Hello friends, welcome again. This is the third video in our series to learn step by step on PL 300 exam preparation for Power BI. So as I mentioned, so we are preparing now for this exam and which I want to post each and every step which I learn on complete series preparation. So right now we are in the preparing the data part where that's the first part in this exam and we are going to see today is about Power Query Editor because on preparing data this is the most crucial part I would say or the tool that we will be using on the Power BI. So let's see yeah before I start the before I start the next step, so I want to present you some basic definition, what is Power Query Editor and what it can do. This is how I learn every time. I firstly look for what it is and what is the main purpose of this tool. So in that case, I just prepared this simple definition. What is this Power Query Editor in Power BI and what it can do. So you could see that in Power BI, Power Query Editor is like an ETL tool where we can connect, clean, transform, and load the data into model for data analysis and visualization. So that's the tool. It can comprises everything what we want to do on transformations, and especially it starts from data connectivity and end of data loading into the model. So you could see data connectivity, we can connect more than 300 resources in Power BI. So it starts from flat file to every all other widely used data sources. And Power Query can do all kind of transformations like cleaning, shaping, formatting. For example, we do have all the data what we get will not be in a clean way. So we have to prepare the data before we analyze, and this tool can help for that. And finally, ETL process. So this is the one like that comprises the whole scenario of transformation. So we extract data and transform it and load it to the model for the reporting. So this is what the overall view of Power Query Editor. Now, as always, I want to highlight about the Power Query Editor, how we navigate from Power BI. So firstly, we need to open the Power BI desktop and navigate from the home ribbon. We can see transform data, then the Power Query Editor will open. This is the steps that you can follow on this Power Query Editor, how to navigate there. So now let's see the demo and we can look into that. So as we already loaded the data from the last video, so this is the table we have in Power BI. We have this menu and home ribbon. You can see transform data. So after we loaded the data, we have to clean and transform the data in every step. So this is the home menu and where we can find transform data. So you can already see that it shows you can use Power Query Editor to connect, prepare, and transform data. So when you click on this transform data, you'll see Power BI opens the Power Query Editor. And here is the raw data that we loaded already has been present. This is the table um, where you will see a data preview, especially on this panel, on this pane, middle pane. And then from here, it's not always the data is perfect, right? Like for creating, for analyzing and creating a meaningful visualization and analysis, we need to clean the data firstly. So that is how, that is why Power Query Editor is there. So when it comes to this place, we can shape and transform this data how we want. Think of it like this is like a workshop where you can bring raw materials together and do some polishing and make it usable for the customers and users. Okay, so now we have seen how we open it and then Right now, the whole window it's like slightly different than the usual, right? So you will see not from the Power BI report view. So this is a separate window which Power BI has it, and here you can do all type of data cleaning and preparation. Okay, here what you see inside here is more about like you can see a lot of buttons here. Like in the menu, you can see a lot of buttons where it will help us in all types of transformations what we do. And right now this tools covers everything for complete reshaping the data, managing all transformation within Power BI. Okay, so right now, for example, in this case, in this data what we have, you could see, I could see this is the column name, but the column name is in the row, not in the column already. So we have to clean this data accordingly, and I could see a lot of blank rows and irrelevant data that we need to remove, and then a lot of NA not availability or not applicable. So we need to clean this complete data, right? So for that reason, we will use Power Query editor actually. And for example, whenever we get raw data that comes in formats like that meant for different sources, it will not be always clean. So it's not ready for analysis, but we bring it to Power Query editor and then we reshape it to make it more completely ready for analysis to perform reporting. Okay. For example, now on the left panel, you could see this is more about queries. Like queries are nothing but the source tables that you bring it to Power BI. On the middle pan is about data preview, where you can, when you click select a table, you will get a preview of that data. For example, on the right side is very important that you could see these are applied steps. So it's like whatever step you make, every single step you make in this Power Query editor will be recorded. And this will be like, this is very powerful because you can review and edit the step later. For example, here, when I click source, this is the step that you ingested the data from the source. And then second step is like the data type has been changed. That's what I see here. So these are the steps that you can make. It's like a, like think like a, it's a recipe book. Like each transformation is logged, so you can trace back and even reorder the steps if needed. Okay, so this would help you in a better way for handling all the transformation. Like for example, so that's like moreover the quick overview of Power Query Editor. But in the next video, we will start about applying a real transformation to clean and shape the data step by step, as always I do. And like for example, once you are comfortable here, you will find that preparing data becomes faster and more reliable for any Power BI project for you. But moreover, this is the way that we need to start working on this Power Query Editor. So thank you for watching my video, and you can connect with me in LinkedIn. This is my LinkedIn ID, and you can also scan the QR code to connect with me via LinkedIn. Thanks a lot. See you later, guys. Bye.